This is a test donation form.
Yeah, baby. Shout out to the CIA. Oh, let's put this graph up for you too, because you're going to need this. We're going to need that graph. Time to take y'all to school. Time to take you out to school. That's the alert box. Hey, hey. For those of you who don't know what that is, pay attention to the graph on the right side. What's going on? DJ Fish Grease up in this piece. KD. Bum, 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 bum. There's no such thing as refined hood. Ha-ha. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out to the CIA. One love, FBI. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We are in my favorite part of the year, Christmas time. Christmas time is my favorite time of the year. You know, you got to be an extra special kind of jerk to be mad during Christmas time. I mean, I'm sorry. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and I'm just going to side with that. which makes today's broadcast of even more import. Oh, wow. Has it been an interesting 7 days? Like I said, the other day's broadcast was already pre-scheduled, but you can't make this stuff up. Before I get into this, shout out to Robert Lee, shout out to all the Patreons, shout out to Kendra D. That's right. We're not giving YouTube any money, Kendra D. That's right. Guys, when it comes right down to it, I need to start using this link right here, man. I appreciate when you guys donate on Super Chat, but the link I put in the chat room bypasses YouTube, goes directly to you, bruh. When you put $5 into Super Chat, I don't see that for 90 days. 90 days. And I only get 50% of it after YouTube takes their piece in taxes.
Shout out to Dr. Style.
Oh, what's up, Donnell? We got to go ahead and give Donnell the big one on that one. Okay, guys. I need you guys to understand something. That you see what's going on here with content creator talking about her cousin got abducted. That ain't really, and it's been proven to be at least a questionable story. Cousin got, arrested for filing a false police report. People have been making videos left and right about all this other kind of stuff. But see, something has kind of come up as an offshoot of this. I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong. And facts are facts. But when I've heard this term floated off too many times by women, soon as something happens and they don't get the response they want to get, they want to knuckle up and start fighting and then proclaim their refined hood. I even talked about this in a broadcast, 5 red flags of fake femininity. And I said the little social experiment that I do to automatically know if I'm dealing with a woman that's in a masculine or a feminine is just square up on her, look her in the eye, and then just say something crazy like, oh, so you're just going to park there? Oh, so you're just going to sit there? No, nothing crazy. And then just watch the response. If her first instinct is to knuckle up verbally, masculine. Well, without getting too deep into details, I was telling this story on another content creators platform, and I said exactly the play I ran. Troy Aikman hands the ball off to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith goes off the right side behind Nate Newton and Eric Williams. That was the great thing about the Cowboys in the 90s. You knew the play they were going to run all the time, but the thing is you couldn't stop it. So if you were a defense and knew what play they were going to run, you should be stupid to let it work on you. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I talked about this whole thing that I did, and just right on key, somebody decided to just fall right into it. And then right on cue tries to, instead of just admitting you were wrong, whatever, back out. Nope, it's always the other person's fault. Jesus Christ, you can't make this stuff up. And what it really made me want to examine is the whole notion of being refined hood. I've heard so many women who come from the other side of the tracks or whatever, who've made it into corporate America, college, white collar spaces or whatever, whip this out like a badge of honor, like boom, at a moment's notice. I may be a Supreme Court justice, but I'll still get gully. So from my standpoint, I want to look at the optics, and I want to look at the optics and the optics and the image of this whole notion of refined hood. But in typical Godfather fashion, I'm going to do it a slightly different way. So Before we get into it, hope y'all are enjoying the holiday. Hope y'all have got your Christmas shopping or whatever you call the holiday stuff done. While you see all this stuff burning in the background, I got my favorite candle from La Lobo burning and got the Lauer 62 room spray. Oh, what is this? This is a fragrance from Killian called Dark Lord. And it comes with the little Phantom of the Opera look. This stuff is dope. It's deep, it's rich, it's dark. And Killian has given out, got a holiday candle that they do. I like for my place to smell good. Shout out to the brother I met today out at Phipps Plaza who offered to do any kind of work around my spot. Man, coming to Atlanta was a good move. And I'm excited because I go into my office tomorrow, my office space, my co-working space. But I wanted to do this broadcast because I think it needs to be talked about. Why am I showing all this stuff right here? Because this stuff is luxury. These fragrances will be considered luxury fragrances, meaning they're not going to be in your typical mall. Like they're not going to be, in no offense, but they're not going to be in Sephora. They're not going to be in Macy's or Dillard's or Nordstrom or anything like that. These fragrances, like right here, can only be bought in places like Harrods, certain Neiman Marcus's, very few places. These La Lobo, these fragrances and these candles, we consider luxury. Can only get them in certain places. The line of Killian fragrances, this stuff right here, will be considered luxury. For everybody, for the 3 people on the planet who don't know, this is a candle scented off of Baccarat Rouge 540, the fragrance that I was talking about on Instagram, where the sisters came back and said, "My God, what are you wearing? What are you smelling?" That's this. And this candle, unlike this one that I'm burning, it's even more luxury, more exclusive. It's only available in the Gramercy Hotel in New York City. La Lobo made this candle exclusively for that hotel. So to get it, you have to go up there, unless you have contacts, power, image, and access. All right, what else will be considered luxury? Louis Vuitton fragrance, only available in Louis Vuitton boutiques, certain boutiques. You can't get this even at the Louis Vuitton shop. You have to go to certain boutiques to be able to get this particular fragrance, and it's even limited then. This fragrance right here, Benjoin Boheme from Diptyque, part of the Broken Glass collection, only available in certain boutiques. I don't want to talk about my watch. The eyewear you guys dig so much, only available in certain places. Not everybody carries the kind of glasses I like to wear, Jacques Marie Mange. Why am I showing luxury stuff? Why am I showing upmarket stuff? It's not to stunt. It's not to stunt, but it's to make a point that we know that there is a difference between beginner level, entry level, mid-level, high level, luxury. But what do most people in the tend to start noticing this stuff? A lot of people don't buy this kind of stuff, so it may not even be on your radar. But when y'all tend to drive a car and you know about gasoline, let me ask you guys something. So instead of talking about high-end luxury products, let me ask you guys something. Hit the like button. Do you know what the gasoline that you go get at your local gas station, do you know Vanilla 44, shade, it's not 39. It's Iris 39. Do you know what gasoline is before it makes it to your gas station? And this is for all my chemical engineers, all my mechanical engineers, all my people who worked in oil and gas. You're going to love this broadcast. Before you get gasoline, when you get gasoline, it's come out of a refining process. It comes out of a refining process. Let me explain something to you. You can have a BMW, a Hummer. You can have a G5 jet. You can have whatever sort of transportation vehicle on the planet. But if it works on fossil fuel, it cannot work with crude oil. Crude oil is what all gasolines are, all fossil fuels are before they get refined. Understand something. Crude oil cannot be used as it is in nature, other than a burning fuel, which is wasteful. It must be refined to manufacture finished products such as gasoline and heating oil. Understand something. When I was in engineering, I worked in oil and gas. And one of the things we did is we had to put a thing in a, without getting too technical, let me show you something. I'm gonna show you a very simple refining process. A refining process is just one, how do you make crude oil usable? So when you find people who strike rich, strike oil, that's where it is. This is the oil where everybody's talking about. And to make it very simple, in order to get to the finished product, which is way over here, look at all the steps. You got to go from actually getting the oil out of the ground, wherever it is. Then you have to take it through this refining process. But look at all the stuff. Look at all the stuff that happens. At this temperature, this happens. At this temperature, this happens. At this temperature, this happens. But way up here is gasoline. And even in gasoline, there are multiple octane levels. What I need you to understand is, as valuable as crude oil is, it cannot be used in its natural form. Why am I talking about that? Glad you asked. Because for all the people talking about you can be refined hood, no. You can't be refined and crude at the same time. But understand something. Does that mean if you were born in the hood, does that mean if you were born on the wrong side of the tracks per se, you can never be anything else? No, not at all. But you need to understand something. Crude oil cannot be used efficiently or effectively as it is in nature. Neither can crude women. It's not nearly as valuable as it is once it's been through the process. You can have a gallon of crude oil and a gallon of 92 octane gasoline, and I guarantee you the gallon of 92 octane gasoline is far more valuable and it's far more useful. Let me get on to it. If you had crude oil and you tried to burn it, as I already said, it would burn in a wasteful way. It would also stink because it has all kind of sulfurs and contaminants in it. If you burn crude oil just to stay warm, oh yeah, it would smell like crap. If you've never been to a factory or a plant, a petroleum plant, trust me, you guys have no idea all the stuff that has to go on to get you your oil, your fossil fuels. Now, you also know when you go to the gas station that the higher up in octane you go, the more expensive it is because it's been through a different process. So shout out to Master Teacher BGS for giving us the octane model, 87, 89, 92. But see, what I want to talk about is those ethanols, the refined hoods, the things that want to act like they're premium gasoline, but you don't put ethanol in a vehicle, a sports vehicle, or a high performance vehicle. So funny thing is, refined hood women want performance vehicle men. But what you would be putting into his system, into his vehicle, would make it knock, ping, have starts and stops, have poor performance. Imagine what would happen if Blake Henry put cheap ethanol, put ethanol gas in his Bentley. You think he'd get the kind of performance he expects? No. So why do you think if he's not going to do that to his car, why would he put that in his life? Why crude oil needs to be refined? It needs to be refined to be usable to the actual person it wants to be sold to, whether you're 87, 89, and 92. Whatever your octane is, you need to be refined. Hence, you cannot become crude, still be crude and be usable. So no, you cannot be refined hood. See, refined hood, all refined hood is, it's saying that you really don't want to make the change. You just want to fake it. So you'll go put on the Christian Louboutin. You'll go put on a Dior. You'll go put on all this stuff I'm talking about right here. You do all that stuff. You go put on the fake, you put on the eyelashes and get your makeup all done with MAC and put on the weave and everything. You look the part. But as soon as you don't get your way, as soon as something don't happen the right way, here comes the hood again. Now, if you're going to be driving a high-end sports car, you're going to be driving a performance vehicle, and you're going to be making a trip. Even better, let's say you need not aviation, nautical fuel for the boat. You're going to be out on the open water, or you're going to be in the air. Do you want to skimp on the fuel you use? Because there's no gas station to pull over to. And can you afford to have the engine have anything less than peak performance when you are that high up in the air or that far out? No, you want to put the best fuel you can get in, because your safety and making it to your destination is what's most important. Well, guess what? That's why they don't want to put refined hood fuel in a high value vehicle life. Blake Henry don't want refined hood in his life. Because guess what? That one time when something tends to go wrong, you could crash the plane, sink the ship. Bottom line, I'm saying a lot of metaphors and similes. There's a lot of fake women out here. Fake, fake, fake. Fake femininity. So what's the cure? What do we do with the fake femininity? Well, first of all, you got to understand that you cannot be refined hood and be useful to the guys you say you want to be, that you want to do whatever. That's just reality. They can afford real gas while they want to buy your fake ass. There are 3 steps in refining crude oil to usable fuels. 3 stages in refining. Crude oil needs to be processed before it can be used. If you are still in your crude phase, and yeah, I'm focusing on the ladies here because it's different for guys. It's different for guys. Men have to deal with their consequences in a more immediate, matter-of-fact way. And men don't walk around calling themselves refined hood. There are 3 steps in the refining process before you can be of use. 3 major operations must be performed to refine oil into finished products. The first step is hit the damn like button. Hit the like button. I'm over here teaching. Yeah, I went to school for this. Chemical engineer, worked in oil and gas. Yeah, see, I worked in oil and gas. I worked in a pilot plant. I actually have my name on a patent for surfactant technology. Yep, go ahead, hit the like button. Hit the like button. We need to get 160 minimum. Come on, hit the like button. And broke, fi broke, come on. The twos and fews, $5, $2, $1, because what I'm giving you guys a college engineering class mixed into an image, an outcome. I really wish you drink something. What the? Get out of here. I drink what I want to drink. Thank you. Hit the like button. See, I know when men hear the women who look, and and for those of you who didn't notice, I put the Anita Baker photo up with the crazy eyes. Why? I put Anita Baker up for a reason. Well, because we got somebody said this particular influencer looked like Anita Baker, and I was like, that's a pretty good idea. That's not a bad thing. Look at that. Who? This is what refined hood is. Look at that. Beautiful teeth, nice cheekbones, flawless skin, nice short haircut, nice outfit, looks happy and smiling. But in there somewhere is this crazy eyed woman right here, this crazy eye right there, them crazy eyes right there. That's that refined hood waiting to come out. Mm-hmm. Boom, 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 boom. In any moment, you know, if she don't get away, if she has not been through the refining process, she can call herself refined hood, but she's still crude oil. You can call crude oil gasoline all day long. You can heat your home with crude oil and you jack up your entire house. You'll never get that stink out of your house, out of your walls. You have soot and smoke everywhere. You'll have a fire. You can heat it, but it'll be inefficient. Understand something. You got to go through the refining process. Fearless, you in here, right? Fearless. Understand the first part of the refining process is separation. You got to separate the crude oil. Now, separate in the refining process means one thing, but in this process, it means leaving. I need you to leave your current surroundings, environment, everybody who's as crude as you around you. You need to leave your mom and them, nay and them, cousin them, nug them. You need to leave the city. Leave your neighborhood. Go over there. You need to go away from your hometown. You need to go completely away from your comfort zone because you're about to have to go through the refining process. Separation is important. Separation from all your past bad habits, people who you know who support that stuff, empathize with you, sympathize with you. No, no, no. You need to make a complete separation. Because without separation, if you can't separate, appreciate it, man. If you cannot separate the next two steps in the refining process, you will still be crude. Separation is critical. Physical separation, mental separation, symbolic separation. Separation is key. Then the next thing in the refining process is conversion. But in this process, conversion means you're going to have to end up having some faith to renew that heart, because along the way, you've lost all faith, all hope. That's why you do nothing, because you don't feel like if you do anything, it doesn't matter what I do, it's going to be whatever. But see, once you separate from all that stuff, then you'll be in a place to where the slate is clean. Then you could open yourself up, open your heart up, reconnect with your faith, potential. That's what the conversion part is for. Yep. Think of baptism. Because without hope for a possibility, for a different outcome, you'll just gunk up the new place with all the old stuff. You can take you out, you take your, even if you separate, you'll make your new spot your old spot without hope, without that heart piece. So that conversion piece is important. And this has to be something for you. It's not something external, it has to be internal. You have to get your heart right with your higher power, whatever that may be. If it's God, Buddha, Allah, the I don't know, whoever, go after their part. And then the third point of the refining process is treating. See, you have the separation, conversion, and then treating. And treating in this is going to be therapy, coaching, getting your mind right. See, get away from that. Get your heart back involved. Get engaged. Pump it up like the Grinch 10 times big so he can lift that tree. Then you have to do the hard work of actually getting a coach, getting a mentor, getting a therapist, and doing the work. And all of this is to put you in a usable form. From that point on, you can actually go from being crude to finally being refined, to being a usable form to men and to yourself. Because in the current crude form you're not usable. Well, I'm sorry, you are usable. You can still be used. Like I said, crude oil cannot be used as it occurs in nature other than for burning fuel other than burning for like a fuel. But 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 Kevin, I ain't got to do all that. Dudes still want to hit it. Well, that's the lowest form of existence. It's rather crude, ain't it? See, I'm pretty goddamn smart. The crude way you are right now, you only got one use, the lowest common denominator. You want to be used for something better than a pump and dump for cuffing season, for whatever. You want to be used for something better, you're going to have to go through the refining process. And that means leaving the hood behind. Hot damn. Now it's just a matter of picking. You want to be 85 octane, 87 octane? It means you want to be that standard housewife. Or, hey man, 89 octane, 92 octane. The higher up you go, the more performance vehicles. What do you want your husband, man, life, world to be? Because the higher up you go, the more octane you're gonna need. But all of it has to be usable. Because if you skip any of these steps, the separation, the conversion, the treatment, you can be used for your most basic function, sex. But you'll never be used, but it's wasteful. Like it says, crude oil cannot be used as occurs in nature other than burning for fuel, which is wasteful. If you're just being used for sex, you are being used in a wasteful way, and it is your choice. Boy, ooh, Jesus, this is good. I ain't got all the hooping and hollering and cussing, but this is good stuff. This is good. You are crude. When you are crude, you are only good for being used in a wasteful way. So you can go ahead and get upset with all the guys who want to hold you to account and so forth and call them lame and F boys. And here's the favorite read call. First, as soon as you want to tell a woman to be better, oh, you gay. You must not be getting laid. Really? All women, crude women, can be used in a wasteful way, which is just sexual. So, man, come on, getting sex is not a big thing. See, when the first thing you want to do is attack the messenger. You don't like the fact that it says you need to get yourself together. You need to go through a refinement process if you want to be used for anything other than the most base, crude things. See, if you had a loving father that raised you and you was the apple of his eye, that's what he would have taught you as a little girl. I can't change how you were raised. I can't. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Whatever happened prior to it, whatever happened to put you in the position you are out there on the market, you are a product. And when they drive up to the gas station, are you being picked? Are they putting you in the Bentley, in the 7 Series Beamers? Are they putting you in the best vehicles, or are they putting you in the the mid-series cars? They putting you in the broke down cars, or are they just using you to light a fire and keep folks warm? What are you being used for? If you are 35 plus, and if you are 35 or better as a woman and you are 7 or higher and you're single, you cannot tell me that the majority of you expected to be this way in your life. Can't blame the market. Well, it's not fair. Guys can, so stop talking about, well, it's not fair. Men can do this. It's different for you. But also, men ain't out here talking about we need to be protected, such and so forth. Refined hood is no good. Refined hood is an oxymoron. Refined hood gets the stink face when somebody hears it because nobody want to be around nobody's refined hood. All right. The upside is this. You can choose. You can choose. I said it the other day. Who you listening to? What do you listen to? All the things I've talked about. What are you listening to? What the hell are you coming? Omar Ruiz. What the hell, man? What in what I'm talking about says that I'm doing any of this stuff? And it really bothers me when people come in here and do this silliness. Dude, don't come in here ask me stuff. Ask me something that's on topic. Unless you want to put it in super chat. You want to ask me something off topic, put it in super chat. Okay, see, this one woman says, I love getting constructive criticism. I'm always striving to do better and be better. So let me ask you a question. Who is the name of your therapist or coach that you are paying right now? This is where the rubber meets the road. Who's the name of your therapist or coach that you are paying right now? And I'm assuming the answer is going to be zero, nobody. Somebody going to give you Dr. Fire. Cool. I stand corrected. If you're paying that person, cool. Because that's the only way to get truly constructive criticism, one-to-one. I'll be honest, the average guy out here is not going to sit around and take his time, his non-sexual attention to sit down to talk to you to help fix you. You gotta, and who is Dr.? Let me go see who this person is. Unless that's the name, but let's, Dr. Fire Oates, Queen of Transformation. I don't know her message, but if it's this woman, either way, only way you're being funny. I don't know the woman, but if y'all listen to a woman, good luck with that. But more likely than not, she is trying to be funny, which I can still use it because it goes back to the point. It's all talk. It's all talk. And the reality is this: if you're over 35 years old, you don't have any time to talk. Men aren't listening to you anymore. All a guy has to, here's what men are asking themselves. Understand something. To every woman who thinks she doesn't have to go do the work, spend the money, let me tell you something. Men are asking this one question: why is she still on the market? Why are you still on the market? That's the question you're going to have to answer. Why are you still on the market? Why are you still on the market? When I work with my guys, I tell them, ask, why are you still on the market? If you're so great and wonderful, why are you still in the market? And ask her that straight up. Look her in the eyes. Why are you still in the market? Okay, you're a 7, you're 8, you're a 9, you're a 10. You all this. Why are you still in the market? I can't find anybody on my level. Why are you still in the market? Well, all the men out here is lame. Why are you still in the market? Well, I had an ex, but he wasn't. Why are you still in the market? Because the reality is this: men know that refined women, feminine women, don't stay on the market. You're on the market because you're broken. You're on the market because you might be in process, but you're not complete. And if you're in the market and you're in process and not complete, and you're not paying anyone to help put you through the refining process, means you're going to remain crude. He said, I'm going to find you and hand you my donation. Man, you can hand me your donation right here. And understand something. The guys I attract to this platform, the guys who are taking on the burden of working 60 plus hours a week minimum, the guys who are on the I pay it all, pay the cost to be the boss, the guys who doing all that stuff, they don't have to listen to any woman's issues. it is up to you to be able to sell him on why you would be a good wife. He who findeth a wife find a good thing. It's up to you, Ruth, to sell Boaz on why you would be a good wife for him. It ain't on him to come up to you and question. No, you got, hey, but are you already a wife? See, the reality is so many women, truthfully, you thought you never had to do nothing. You thought you could just sit there and be pretty. And if you just brought a standard part sex, that would be enough. And it's not. It's not. If you're over 30, attractive and still on the market, something is wrong. And it don't take a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist to know that. Uh-oh. Well, you talked about smelling a woman's hands. I grew up, my mom used fresh lemons in the house, sliced lemon by the sink whenever you eat your food and wash hands. Yes, ma'am. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Lemon takes out all.
Talked about smelling a woman's hands. I grew up where my grandma/mom keep fresh lemons at the house. A sliced lemon by kitchen sink. Whenever you eat food, wash dishes, etc., you washed your hands plus lemon juice after to clear smells.
So understand something. Everybody's going to have a little bit different take. But understand something. No man, especially no man.
Been trying to reach you, Kevin. Miss J.
Appreciate it. No man of any consequence wants a ticking time bomb next to him. That's it. No man of any consequence wants a ticking time bomb. And refined hoods are ticking time bombs. You're going. All guys can't be wrong. And funny thing is, on this the protection piece, I have at least 3 videos out of other men, non-men with substantial platforms, 100,000 plus, sitting back saying the same thing that you I don't know you, I don't owe you. That's only a problem for women who aren't really feminine. Truly feminine women never have to worry about protection. Video for another day. I'm still in the market because I wasn't attracted to feel romantic connection. The last guy wanted to take me off. Come on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. You're still on the market over 30? All right. I wasn't. And I'm going to tell you what men here. Want. You're not special. It's what men here. Want. You're not special. Currently dating a guy from France and observing how things are. He's from France. Is he in France or is he in your city? Because when men hear that, what they hear is more want. Yeah, she's not the same. Right. That's what men hear. I mean, I'm being honest. That's what men hear. Honestly, what men hear, they're like, whatever. Honestly, and I'm being polite. I'm being really polite. Most guys are like, I deal with profit and loss statements. We're thinking about acquiring this company. We got a product launch. We have this in development. We're having potential union. We have all these kind of issues. We got to hire them. Got all these different plates spinning. And you think you're going to come up here with some babble with my boys or Blake Henry and think you're going to put some coochie voodoo on them? These guys are too good for that, sweetheart. No, my boys don't know. They're playing 3-dimensional chess. And you coming up here with the same song and dance, and they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Did you even read the manual? Did you read the instructions of who you were dealing with? Honestly, that's what my boys are saying. They're like, Jesus Christ, you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't take your tiddlywink ass back over there. We are playing Chinese chess, and you over here playing tiddlywinks. Yeah, the coochie voodoo, man. The coochie voodoo think that you can have a man who go out here and do all this stuff, compete. Because over here, we want to smoke. We want to compete at the highest level. We don't take any excuses or make any excuses for ourselves. Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique, all different nationalities, all different whatever. We take it all. But if we got to get out and compete with all the men, we're not going to be voodoo by man. Please, whatever. Anyway, whatever. All right. I got to get up off of here, guys. I got stuff to do. But hey, appreciate everybody joining. Let me make sure I got all these super chats in here, read stuff. Remember, ladies, let me go ahead and through it. Crude oil cannot be used as occurs in nature other than for burning fuel, other than burning for fuel, which is a waste. So unless you're truly refined, you can only be used for your most crude purpose, which is sex. 3 stages of refining: separation, which means physically leaving; conversion, which means really doing something with your heart and your hope; and third, treating, which means therapy. Practical, which is some sort of psychological counseling, clean bill of mental health. And then you're going to need a coach, mentor, somebody that you breaking bread to actually teach you the A's, B's, and C's, because you didn't learn it from growing up. And you're not going to glean it from free YouTube videos, and you don't have time to waste. Because at the end of the day, men need to know what they're getting at the pump. And high octane does not always mean high class. So you could be 92, but you could be ethanol. And men need to know what they're getting at the pump. And they're asking the questions. And no amount of marketing is going to change the fact that if he wants 93 or 92 premium gas, he's going to get it. All right, let me get to the analytics. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Let me read through here. Goldie, changed my life in all kinds of ways. Thanks, big brother. That's from earlier broadcasts. Robert Lee, let's support the brother and the channel. Appreciate it. Shout out to Donnell. Shout out to Dr. Style. Appreciate it, fam. Shout out to Kwame X, Professor Kev on the roll again. Appreciate it. Jillian, I got you. And Erica Williams, got you too. All right, folks. Erica, I need to holler at you too. I got a couple of ideas I want to run past you. Anyway, shout out to the CIA, One Love FBI, to the truly FBI women. You guys are going to be top of the food chain, especially as we get into 2020 and the separation really starts to happen. Feminine, beautiful, inspirational women are always in demand. Always in demand. You can choose whether or not you want to look like it, act like it, smell like it, or you can choose whether you want to be it, and all the other stuff just becomes natural. Your choice. Your choice. All right, folks, until the next time, talk to you later. Deuces.